Bridget Bartlett here with Vision Marketing and Design, and today we are live inside of our team training where we are live Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So today what I'm going to show you how to do is to re-engage with inactive friends. So there are lots of tools that will allow you to unfriend inactive friends, but the problem is a lot of times it's not their fault that they're inactive. Sometimes they're just not seeing your posts. Even if you have the most engaging content on the internet, there are still going to be people who just don't see your posts. Okay, so we don't really want to just unfriend. We want to actually encourage them to re engage. Okay, so I'm actually going to use a tool. I know, big shocker, right? I'm going to use a tool called Messenger Pro to create this re engagement campaign. You can actually create a free account by going to bridgetbartlett.com of Messenger Pro. I do have the premium account. You can see the premium up here. The free account, you will get what you see here, but to have the access to the back office, you do need to have the premium account. Okay, so inside the premium account, this is the back office here. You'll see up here in the contacts tag all of the contacts that have made it inside of your account. Okay, so imagine Messenger Pro as like a CRM. Okay, so if they've commented on a post or they've sent you a message, they're going to make it here as long as you have tagged them with something. Okay. Now, there's lots and lots of training on this, but I really want to focus on that re-engagement, okay, because I have gotten this question a lot lately. So you'll see over here that you have the manage inactive contacts. When you click on that, you'll see that it says inactive friends are friends who haven't engaged with me for 60 days or longer. Okay, now you can change this if you want to. It actually defaults to 20 days. You have the ability to check this box to remove the inactive friends. Okay, so you could do that if you were using one of those other tools. That's what it does, right? But we want to go into the re-engagement. Okay, we just don't want to just delete them. So one thing that we can do is instead of remove them, we can actually tag them. Okay, now I do have a series of tags here, but if you don't have any tags, then we want to work in reverse. Okay, this is how you would set that up. But of course, we need to create our campaign so that when we tag them, then it's going to add them into a campaign, right? Or a certain category. And of course, once we choose, like if I wanted to do default tag, I could choose that and then check this box to automatically do that when I have inactive friends. Okay, so I'm actually just going to X out of that, and let's go ahead and just create our tag in our campaign. Before I do that, I did want to tell you that you can search your contacts here for all of the people who respond or don't respond. You could also do the automation and campaigns here at the basic contact level, but we really want to focus on those inactive contacts. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to tags now, and you'll see on the left-hand side I have several tags. What we could do is just create a new tag, and I'm going to use this one that I've already created. To create a new tag, you simply just want to put whatever you want your tag name to be. Like in this example, it's test. You can choose a color. You can even make it a custom color if you want to. You can choose whether it's default or priority, and it tells you, what each of these mean. Okay, so I've already created this. Actually, I do want to, let me just start over. Okay, I want to show you from scratch because I want to make sure that you understand this because this is so super cool. All right, so I'm going to create a test campaign. I'm just going to make it blue and we'll save. All right, so now I have test. Here's my test campaign. Now I don't have any contacts in here because I don't have anyone tagged with this, right? We just created it. And you'll see over here, like my warm leads, I have these people, they are tagged with warm lead, but up here, I don't have anyone tagged with test, okay? Now I actually like to work, like basically backwards, right? So what we want to do is we want to create a message segment. All right. Now, I've talked about this a lot before, where message segments are variations of the same message. All right. So I'm going to create a message segment. I'm just going to say segment one. Oops, one. And now I need to put in here, what do I want this message segment one to be about? Okay. Maybe it's just a greeting. So I could say hello, and then I could put the first name. All right. And then I want to add that variant. Now I could do hey, and then the first name, and I'm going to add that variant. Okay. And then I'll just do howdy. And let's go ahead and add the first name. And then we will do add variant. Okay, so this is my segment 1 that I just created. But I actually want to create 2 segments because I'm going to use these segments to create a campaign. Okay, so an automation is like a one-time message, and a campaign is a series of messages that go together that we can use to either onboard like new group members or something like that, or we could actually use these as a campaign to re-engage. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to create another segment, and I'm just going to call this, you could probably guess it, I'm going to call segment 2. So we're going to say, this is my second segment. Now, obviously, I'm not going to use that, but I just want to show you the variation. So I'm going to say, this is my second segment. Now, here I would say, second segment this is. Okay, so that kind of sounds weird. We'll say that. And then we will say, this is not my first segment. Okay, so those are just the same way or different ways of saying the same thing. Okay, so now I'm going to click save. So now we have 2 different segments that say 2 different things. All right, now we're going to get into message templates. Now you can create a message template from segments, or you can create just a standard message template. The problem is, though, is when you are sending out lots of messages, if you're sending the same message over and over again, Facebook is going to restrict your account. Okay, so that's why we want to create variations, because what L Messenger does is it switches those up and makes it random. So it takes that message that we're choosing, but it randomizes which one it's going to post. Okay, so here we have automations, and if you click there, we have campaigns. Okay, so like I said, automations are a one-time message. So maybe we wanted to send a one-time message, and again, we could type that out here, or we could choose one of our segments that we already created. So let's just say our one-time message is going to be segment 1. Okay, now we can choose that. Checking or selecting that little box makes it the default. So that is for all like outgoing messages, like when you send a friend request, if you tagged them with this. Okay, now in the campaigns, this is going to be multiple messages. But what's cool is, let's say that you send you start a campaign on one day, and then it sends all of the first message to those people in the campaign. Well, on the second day, Billy Bob joins your tag here, and you want to send the campaign again, but you don't want Billy Bob to get the second message, and you don't want everyone else to get the first message. So when you run a campaign, it's smart enough to know who already received that first message. Okay, so if we are creating now a campaign, we're going to choose segment 1. Okay, so that's our first message, and it says that there. And then we could also choose segment 2, and that would be our second message in the campaign. Okay, so we have our campaign now, and then we have the automations. Okay, now this is what we now the messaging that we have when we add contacts here to our tag. All right, so let's actually go to the contacts, and I'm going to search for my own contact in here. So this one, I'm going to click there, and I'm going to add this to a tag. Now, if I was, if this was an inactive friend, it would automatically tag that person once there was no engagement in 60 days. Okay. Or you can manually tag. So I'm going to go now. Where is my test? Let me refresh my screen, because I just created that. So we want to just make sure that it's updated. I do want to say hello to Ray and Cindy and Maria and McCall. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so let's go ahead and look for my name again. And, oh, did I already tag me? Oh, let's see what happened. I kind of like when things don't go exactly like I want them to, because I know that the same thing happens to you guys when you are trying to do things. And that's the hardest part, is knowing how to fix things. So when all else fails, refresh your screen. So what I did is I just refreshed my screen, and now I am going back here to find my contact, but my contact is being really weird. Could be because I was just playing with this earlier. It seems that anytime that you are dealing with tools that run on a Google Chrome extension, it is kind of when you switch computers and you're using that same extension, it is kind of, um, oh, I know why. I think this might be in my family. I really wanted to use, no, it's not. You can also lock your contacts, by the way. So I'm just gonna search here and let's just say this person, okay, which is me. So hopefully my testing works because I am sending it to myself. All right, so now I'm going to now tag my contact here in test, okay? So now it has been tagged test. So if I go to tags now and I scroll down to test, you see I have one person now in this tag. Now, if I wanted to send a one-time message, like I said, I could do the automation here. I could choose my message templates and then choose, you know, how often I want to send the message. And I could choose a tag to assign them to. Okay, so I could do that if I only wanted to send a one-time message. But if I had a series of messages that I'd want to send, then I want to choose the campaign. Okay, so when I click here, and again, you can choose, you know, the interval of time. And then if you want to change the tag after, so let's say that I wanted this tag to be in the default. Okay, so I'm just going to say, as soon as I run this campaign, and it's not the first message in the campaign, it changes the tag. It's when the campaign is complete. So if you do run the campaign and that the actual running of the campaign is a manual process, you can't choose like a start time and day to start it. And the reason is because if you are running this, you need to be right in front of your computer because you will have people responding. And that is definitely, you know, you want to be available to respond to them. Okay. So let's say after we run this, we are going to choose the default tag. So let's go ahead and click Start Send, and you'll see now it is opening up Messenger, my actual messenger here, and then it's sending that message. So it's saying, hello, Bridget. Okay. So now if I added another contact to this tag, okay, so let me go to, let's choose Maria because I know Maria is watching here. And I'm just going to tag Maria with the test tag. Okay, so Maria, I'm tagging you with test. Let me refresh here because, like I said, my little test tag is not showing up there. And I want to make sure that we are tagging. Okay. All right, so let's look for Maria again, because I want to show you how the difference in the campaigns here. So hopefully there's our test tag. And now we're tagging Maria with test. So now you'll see that Maria is in our test campaign. Okay. So if I go to send now the same campaign again, okay, we're going to say we'll add them to the default tag again. Okay. Then Maria is going to get a separate message. She's going to get the first one where I'm saying hello, right? Just like I did this one. But now I'm sending me a message that says this is the second segment, and then Maria is going to get a message. You'll see that it's waiting 20 seconds because that is the wait time that we told it to do. You'll see that we have this little message here, and you want to make sure that when you are running this that you're not doing anything on your computer. Now, I have multiple screens in my office, so I usually, when I'm running this tool, I will use a separate browser I'm not working in. I will put that on a separate screen, and then it will not conflict with anything that I'm doing. So you can see Howdy Maria popped up there, and now you see that I got moved to the default tag, and Maria is still in, there's me in the default tag, and Maria is still in the test. So if I sent the campaign again, Maria would then get the second message. Okay, so that is really how super cool it is to use Messenger Pro to create those re-engagement campaigns in automation. Okay, so when you're building out your workflows and things that you do every single day, running these engagement campaigns to new people who are inactive is a great way to make sure that not only you're engaging with the inactive people, but you are keeping them from becoming inactive. You want to stay in the top of their mind so that either they unfriend you or you unfriend them because both of you have decided you're not a great fit to work together. So thank you all so much for joining me. I will see you all tomorrow, same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality. Bye. Before you go, if you have questions, join us for open office hours starting right now at bridgetbartlett.com. See you there.